We're gonna go live.
I
Hold
love
on.
having dual monitors so much. Oh my god. I can have Discord and the map open at the same time.
Yes, it is nice. I miss my quad monitors. that's when I
Quad
was
monitors.
that's when I was working for the state doing a system administration. So
Gotcha.
I missed that. Okay, so uh, recap. So in the aftermath of the fight, you guys found a few interesting items. One of which was a ring of moil, which Dre's has in on his person. I think I added that, but if not,
Okay,
we'll do that. Welcome back. Red, backtracking real quick because I didn't realize you dropped. In the aftermath of the fight, you guys found a few interesting items. One was a shadow ring, a ring of shadows. I don't remember how I called it, which is essentially immediately casts shadow of Moil on you. Uh, Shortly after Einar gets involved and you guys let him know what happened, you guys end up moving the bodies south of town and then go talk more privately with Einar, while Dre's identifies both the ring and the stone that Kiva picked up from the Stone of Storms, or something like that. And you guys have all of that stuff in your inventory. You guys uh, kind of split up, but didn't quite split up. Jin went to go talk to people at the Shrine of Timora and then caught back up with everyone else. And you guys went into Argus's house to see if there was anything secretive in his house, but only finding rotted corpses and bloated bodies. Uh, that, you guys just like, nope, 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 bye. And then you went back to the inn to get some food and whatnot, where Dre's, with his only one arm now, is shoveling food into his face with just the one arm. Shortly after that, you guys went to go talk to Pinchwit about the money. There was a bit of trying to figure out how to deal with that, but you guys came to some sort of consensus. Then after that, you guys decided you were gonna go talk to Einar again and let him know what you found and what you did, and how he was going to progress with things. And he proceeded to tell you that he was going to take about 2 days to get everything prepped for the town meeting. So Alen and Dre's took the next 2 days and just kind of chilled, reading in their book and resting. So Dre's, I already adjusted your stats. Uh, so both of you had 28 hours of reading. Jin decided that he was going to get help with medium armor training, and a little bit of training in smithing tools. But you still have to do the full 500 hours right now with the smithing tools. You didn't learn that much,
Yeah.
but medium armor, you're well on your way to learning how to use that. Meanwhile, during that same time, Kiva helped with the bodies, and ended up going to the windmill where you guys remember Adabra Gwyn used to be, but learned that she was the one that ended up being dead. Priscilla Gwyn, her daughter, now runs a small alchemy shop where she sells small healing potions. Kiva got some training on how to make uh, potions. What I'm gonna give you the option, Kiva, and I'll say that in a second. I'm gonna give you an option, and we'll come back to that. Meanwhile, while all of that is happening, Twitch was doing some work in her room on certain things and reading a book that she acquired in the Feywild. And Squirt was making some potions out of mushrooms. You guys end up doing all of those things, and on the second day, or sorry, on the total of third day, you wake up in the Stonehill Inn, and it's about 7:30. Now, Kiva, I'm going to give you an option, and just make a note of this, to either have half the time to learn uh, an alchemy kit, and I don't know if you're proficient with herbalism kit or herbalism kit.
Already proficient with herbalism kit.
All right. So then, with no choice, then you're gonna learn how to use an alchemist set alchemy kit.
Okay.
So you can you will also have the 250 hour reduction as well.
Okay.
All right, so it's currently about 7:30 in the morning. You guys can hear the sound of chirping birds outside as the sun rises through the window. There's a small little bit of bustle from down below as you guys wake up and you get yourself out of bed and come downstairs one by one to the common room where each of you find Einar waiting for all of you.
Oh.
Hello.
Say,
Go ahead.
one last thing. So are my stats back to normal, or are they still -1?
You still -1 to everything.
Okay, that makes sense.
You can ride in the cart. It's fun.
Hi, Anna. What are you doing here so early?
I'm waiting for you. I assume you all would be leaving today. Is that correct?
Yes.
Well, I wanted to talk with you momentarily before you all left. Can we go back up? He looks over at Toblin. Toblin, can we have a minute in one of their rooms? And Toblin just kind of nods a little bit. And Einar takes you all back up to whoever's room was closest. I'm actually going to say it's probably Kiva's, who is next to Pinchwit. Who is with you, by the way. She woke up and came down with everyone else, and she's ready to go as well. So Einar takes you up to the room, and as everyone walks inside, and he closes the door behind you all and turns around. Well, I'm glad I caught you before you left. I wanted to let you know that we found a few extra interesting tidbits about these bodies, mainly the undead bodies. It seems that, and you can thank Femoris for this, that the bodies actually had some debris and broken branches and vegetation that seems to only grow in the Mirror of Dead Men, as far as we're aware. I haven't seen it anywhere else, but I wanted you all to know because you all are headed back to Leland, and I, at this point, am a little worried about Leland.
I think Leland is worried about Leland.
Well, that's probably fair from what I've heard. It's not going too well over there.
Which is why we want to get back as soon as possible at this point.
That's fair.
I can help with that.
Wait, what do you mean, Drace?
Meaning we're gonna take a shortcut, a very fast shortcut. So if you need any justice to tell them anything, it can be there today.
He looks really confused. What do you mean today? It's definitely more than a day's travel.
I pull out my book and I start. It's like, well, you see, if you take this and you do this and you do all and you do all these circles here, and like I just keep going in like wizard mumbo jumbo.
Yeah. I'm gonna say Kiva, being the only one with actual arcane insight, roll me a flat intelligence check.
Okay.
He's reading off notes that he's written in for a certain spell, and I want to know if you pick up what this spell is.
Okay.
You're not entirely certain what this is. It sounds very much like some sort of teleportation spell, but it's nothing that you are overly familiar with. Well, that's interesting. Really that was it, but I didn't want to discuss the bodies in front of public purview. We haven't really... We've tried to keep it, for the most part, quiet, unless people are asking.
Quick side note. So I had it in my notes that the town council already announced about the dead bodies?
They
Has
did.
that not happened yet?
They did.
Oh, but they're just still continuing to not talk about it.
Right. They're just, it's like hush hush under the rug unless people are actively talking about it. It's a very odd situation for a town this small to have happen, so they're trying to just make sure that it gets past where they're at. Like, they just want to move on from it. Well, I mean, that was all. And he starts turning to open the door to have you guys go back out.
Before he leaves, Twitch wants to ask him what plants were that were found.
Oh, I hate you so much.
Huh?
I said, oh, I hate you so much.
Well, you've probably forgotten, but she has a quest to find a specific.
Oh, that's what you're. Oh, I did forget that. Shoot. Yeah, give me.
Just double checking.
Give me a second here. If I could click on the right thing, that'd be great. What was the name that you were looking for?
Dragontail.
Dragontail. Okay.
So the description you provided before is that it's in heavily forested, somewhat rocky area, unfriendly territory.
Yes. Okay. Okay. So we found a few odd bits on there. Damask Spanish onion bit. There was part of a sand ink plant, and a burr fern, which is very, very rare. It pretty much only occurs in marshes, and there are no marshes other than the Mirror of Dead Men anywhere close to here.
What was the first one?
Wait, no?
Sanding or
Sorry?
what was the first one?
Oh, I just went off of it. Shoot. The important one was the burr fern.
Okay.
The other ones don't necessarily mean much.
Okay. Thanks.
It was an onion of some type. All right. Anything else?
Twitch is just looking a little disheartened that it wasn't the plant she's looking for. But no, nothing else.
Okay.
Right.
You guys make your way back down, and everyone's just seems to be everyone kind of looks at you as you guys make your way down, and then they like look away immediately as if they're not trying not to look.
I go to wave, but I realize I don't have an arm, so it's just like my little stomp.
Oh
You
man.
have the other arm.
But I'm usually, because it's my right arm that went away, right? 'Cause I
Yeah,
had my
it's
left.
your
And so
dominant
I-
hand.
Yeah, I go to wave, but I'm like, oh, wait, that's right. And so my stomp's just waving.
Oh man.
Okay.
That's going to be some getting used to.
Yeah, I can imagine so.
Well,
Is
wait
there
till we
anything-
can. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. Is there anything important that I missed from getting up?
No.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
Once we start traveling out of town, that's when I'll suggest the circle.
Okay.
Yeah, are
guess
we
we'll
leaving
have
town
that.
today, or what are we doing today, guys?
We're taking Pinchwood home, I think.
We're
That was
going.
my understanding. Heading back to Leland.
Leland!
And we can put Dre's in the cart because he's not feeling too good.
I got better. Well, getting there.
Still need some food.
Not quite dead yet.
I'm having a weird echo. I'm gonna leave and join back.
Okay. She didn't even finish her phrase. All right. So you guys are headed out of the Stonehill Inn and out of town.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like it, yeah.
We've retrieved the cart, right?
That's why I'm asking.
think
Pinchwit will suggest that you go get the card if you guys are ready. I'm just trying to gauge where you guys are at. Hello.
Yeah, let's go find the
Yeah.
car.
Also, Julia, that isn't on your end. I think it's coming from Tim's, because whenever I hear the echo, his thing lights up.
That's
Okay.
possible.
Do what?
It's fine.
There's a
It's better
just
now.
a little bit of echo.
Okay, so you guys begin to head out of town, and Pinchwit stops you momentarily. Oh, wait! We need to get the cart. Hold on 1 second. And you see her run towards Barthen's, and about 5 minutes later, unless you guys are following her, in which case you'll see her sooner, she comes back with a horse and cart, and a loaded cart, basically, with supplies on it.
Yeah. Kiva would have definitely
Loaded
followed
or we
her.
talked about?
Okay.
Can someone still fit in the cart? Like sit in it?
Yeah, you just have to sit on top of stuff.
Oh,
Which
okay.
there'll be a spot for one person, but everyone else will probably have to walk.
Cool.
What is pulling the cart?
A horse.
Okay.
It's a small quarter horse. It's not a very big horse. It's just big enough to kind of pull this cart along.
Okay.
Do we name it Morris?
You name it whatever you want.
His name is Morris the horse.
Morris the Horse.
Just name
I mean, doesn't
the dog
Pinchwit get to name it?
Fair. I just wanted to bring that out.
Okay. Yeah, Dre's, when you go to name it Morris, and Pinchwit's like, what is that name? That's a terrible name.
Excuse me?
His name is Ralph.
Oh God! I'll call him Lauren.
Okay, she just starts brushing him. It's okay, Ralph.
Can you guys stop bickering over the name of the horse?
It's what I do.
Bicker?
Kiva's gonna cast Speak with Animals and ask the horse what its name is.
Oh my goodness. All right. Good lord.
Can we
Our
not?
welcome.
Let's see if the horse has an opinion.
Okay. The horse. All right. What do you say to the horse?
Just gonna ask, hey, what's your name?
My name is Splint Peach.
He goes, what?
Splint Peach.
Come up with those.
Flint
What are they?
Beach?
SPLINT PEACH.
Flint Peach. Okay, cool.
For the horse.
That's what I thought. What
I
a
think the
name.
horse just made that up.
She'll turn to the rest of the group. The horse says its name is Splint Peach.
What's the naming conventions, apparently?
Well, that's an interesting name. I really like the name Ralph, though.
Are you okay with changing your name? Asking that of the horse.
No. I like my name.
I mean, Ralph is a pretty good name too.
It's fine.
What if it's a female horse with a name like Split Peach?
It's definitely a he. I'll just leave it at that.
What
are you trying to say?
What?
We didn't have to question that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we please move on?
It's too bad he doesn't speak other creature. He would definitely have some things to say to his Twitch and Squirt.
So to clarify, he said okay when I said Ralph is a pretty good name too.
He just like consigned. He's used to people calling him by not his name.
Okay.
I think we should call it by his name.
Yeah.
I'll turn to Pinchwit. He kind of still likes the name Splint Peach, but if you really want to call him Ralph, he's okay with that too.
Oh, that's good. I really like the name Ralph.
Okay. Kiva is going to continue to call him Split Peach.
Okay. All right. Well, are we ready to go?
Yeah.
All right.
So,
She actually gets on top of the horse and rides the horse because she has decided that she's not walking, and leads you all with the cart out of town.
Alright.
And we've got Dre's situated on top.
So I'm gonna ask, which way is she leading you out of town? Which way would you tell her to go?
Leland.
we had talked about taking the woods trail again instead of following the roads.
Okay. I just need to know which way you guys are going.
If I see that, I'll pipe up, be like, could you like just take us to a clearing? Like, just go out of the town for a moment. I've got an idea. Like, let's just go to a clearing.
On that note, Dre's, it's. I think I have an idea of what sort of spell you're thinking of. How many people can you take with that spell? And can you take the cart along?
For this specific timing, because me and Gabe talked about it, because of my crazy ass rolls, this specific timing, we're going to be able to do it.
Yep.
But from here on out, it's going to be one of the portal situations where a door kind of opens up.
Yeah, this is going to be a unique situation. Right now, Dre's, you think you can take everyone, including the cart.
Okay, alright.
Yeah. Remember, I rolled a natural 1.
Yep.
Can we do an insight check and see like what is he really able to do it or whatever that would determine?
No, because he honestly thinks that he can do it. Like, he's not misleading you guys in any way. You could roll for it if you want, but he very much seems like he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, like, the only thing I would say is that, like, I know what I'm doing. Like, it's my first time, so there might be a little hiccup here or there, but, like, how am I not going to figure this out if we don't do it at least
So-
once?
What role would allow me to detect overconfidence?
Okay, you can roll me an insight. Roll me an insight check.
Oh my
Come
god.
on, dice, do me good.
Someone at one point said cats are great for consent training. My cat tells you that it's a lie.
What?
With that insight check, Twitch, he sounds really confident, and you're not entirely sure if it's misplaced confidence or if he actually does know what he's doing. You've seen in the past where his confidence has paid off and where it hasn't, so you're not entirely sure on this.
Great, I'm on the fence.
They'll
Great.
get back within one day. What was that, Square?
If you mess this up, will I get horse today?
What?
You know, splicing this together.
Oh, horse DNA. Okay. I heard horse hay. I was like, I know that's not what she said.
I just heard
I
horse.
don't think so.
It's a
It's a possibility.
but, I like weird stuff, so I won't judge you.
Well, we're here. By the time you guys have had this conversation, she has led you guys out to the south side of town, away from town, down the Miners Trail towards the mountains. There is a clearing. It's about, I'd say it's about a quarter mile outside of town. There's a little bit of woods, and it kind of blocks sight to town if you come off the road a little bit. But there is quite a wide opening behind the little bit of woods, and yeah, you are standing in a clearing.
Okay. I will slowly hop out and hobble myself over to an area and try to start doing everything with my non-dominant hand, which will make sense in a little bit, and and take the time that I think it's like how long does it take? It says 1 minute, but it's probably going to take me about 10, just because of how big it's going to be.
Well, it's also going to take you 10 because you only have one arm. That's the longest
too.
part.
And also
You guys,
disadvantage, right, from being exhausted still.
no, there's no roll here. He's already rolled for this. He and I have already talked about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And I'm not exhausted. I just have negative stats. Like I've had 2 long rests, right? So
Yeah.
exhaustion isn't a thing right now.
But yeah, so you guys, Dre's slowly makes his way out of the cart and digs in his bag and pulls out a few components and starts drawing symbols on the ground and making this what looks like, Kiva, even to you, very intricate symbols. There's sigils and stuff within the circle of symbols that he's writing in a double circle, one inside of another, on the in between those circles are all the sigils. And after he finishes, it does take about 10 minutes. And after he finishes, he looks over at everyone and waves you all to come in.
Come on. Don't be shy.
It's about a 10, maybe 15-foot circle that he's ushering you into.
Kiva is gonna guide Splint Peach forward quickly.
Okay.
With the cart.
Okay. Yeah. Does everyone get in?
Sure. We're doing this.
Yeah.
Let me get this natural 1 out of the way, guys. Come on.
All right. Everyone. All right. No one's not going in. So even Pinchwit, riding the horse, goes into the cart, into the circle with everyone else.
At least we have the gold in the bag of holding if the thing gets left behind.
Yep.
Wait, so what is this doing again?
You're gonna find out. Dre said this is gonna teleport you to Leland.
I don't entirely trust this, but okay.
I love everyone out of game is like, God damn it, this is a nat 1 sort of fail.
What's even better is I know exactly what's about to happen.
All right, so Dre's, describe to everyone what your spell looks like as you release it once everyone's inside.
Okay. Well, I will even go a little with the flavor on it, with where it starts, like the light starts shining up, and it's not a red, it's actually blue in this case. So blue starts rising up into like a cylinder kind of deal. But I'm gonna say you notice it seeming a little wobbly. Like it's not a solid light up. It's kind of like got a wave to it.
What do I need to roll for Lynn to get nervous and run away?
I mean, you could roll me a Constitution saving throw.
You'll be stuck here.
Yeah, it's not his usual color. It's weird looking, and I went to magic school. Like, should I know what a normal version of this looks like?
You could, tell you what, Lynn, you could roll me an Arcana check at this point. You've seen enough magic in your time, you studied, you may have come across something like this. You can absolutely roll me an Arcana check.
The only reason I would say it's blue is because it's like one of those common spells that it's used for multiple people. So like I would think it would be more of a uniformed spell if that makes sense. Like other spells can have a little bit of extra your color,
Yeah.
but this one, it's more of like everyone does this spell, so it's going to be the same as everything else, as everyone else's, if that makes sense.
Yeah, well, we can go with that. Alin, as the ground lights up and lights start shimmering and waving in front of you, you get the sense that you know what this is. This seems to be a teleportation circle.
Okay.
And as Dre's finishes releasing, the moment before Dre's finishes releasing, you all see Dre's 30 feet away from the circle, lying flat on his back. And he slowly
What?
gets up and sees all of you as you all poof, disappear. And
What?
yep, and as you all
Fucking split the party again.
no, you're fine. And as you all disappear, there's this sucking sensation as you guys are pulled back somewhere into. It feels like almost into the void as the light around you fades and everything around you is pulled. Think like if you've ever seen Star Trek where they're going like warp speed with all the stars going really long and extended. It's like that, but in reverse. You're seeing everything go behind, in front of your eyes that way, and it feels like an eternity almost. But you guys find yourself, well, not yet. After a moment, there is an incredibly loud, and the light returns almost immediately, and you all see above your head a 70-foot tower. And I would like for everyone to roll me a history check while I describe this. You find yourself underneath a 70-foot tower, and from the very top of the tower, an explosion has occurred. There's blue flame firing from the top of this tower, and debris is scattering throughout, and you all see a very large section of debris headed your way. Oh my god, you've got to be kidding me.
How to keep this?
Wow, these are terrible rolls.
Terrible.
I'm going to say Twitch, ironically, with all of your...
16? Come on.
Yeah, Twitch, ironically, with all of your traveling and study, and your age, more specifically.
Call me old?
A little bit. You know what this tower is. This seems to be in the middle of Neverwinter, and as you all look around, you see the denizens of this town screaming, shouting for help as this building above you is crumbling. And Twitch, you recognize this as the fallen tower from Neverwinter.
What period is?
With a 16, you would probably assume that this is before the spell plague hit when the tower collapsed.
Okay, that 1,000 years ago. 100 years-
What?
It's like 200 years ago,
Okay, never mind.
something like
You
that.
can start again.
I'd have to look at my lore. I'm pretty sure it's like 200 years ago, roughly. So you have all find yourself in Twitch. You would know this as Neverwinter, a town, and the circle is still active. You can still see through this circle the blue waving light and the circle underneath your feet. You can still see out into the town, but there's light in front of you as everyone around you is screaming for help. You hear crying children, and the building in front of you, the tower above you, has started to collapse and fall in your general direction.
Oh no.
Hey, the tower's still, or the circle's still active.
The
Can I be like, take us back?
Yeah.
Reverse.
I was hoping no one would try to get me.
You so you yell that out and look around. You don't see Dre's.
I was hoping y'all wouldn't notice.
Ellen is just going to start screaming and not stop.
Yeah.
Jen is going to first try and hop or
Very
take a step
high-pitched.
out and take a step back in the circle to see if it would transport, and if not, Jen is running sideways away from the way this thing is falling. 'Cause
Okay.
fuck this.
As
How big is this portion of a tower?
it will kill you if it hits you. That's how big.
Okay.
It's the top, like the top mantle of it, like almost the entire top quarter of it is like chunked away and falling, like scraping down the side of the tower, falling in your direction.
Wall of stone
Okay.
as a dome above the group.
Okay. So that is fantastic. All right. So as this occurs, and the debris begins to get closer and closer, Kiva mumbles something under her breath, and her hands shoot up, Jen, just as you try to exit this circle. A wall of stone erupts in front of your face, and moments before this dome closes, you can see the debris is about to hit, and you all are sucked once again out into the blackness. Little white trails traveling in front of your eyes, almost as if you're going backwards. And you find yourself in the woods this time as the light returns. Just kind of like a woof. You find yourself in the woods. And Dre's, go ahead and describe what your destroyed hideout looks like.
Hey, I mean, to be fair, I don't know what it looks like now that the manticores have fucked it up, but you would see like a very small, what looked like used to be a house, just shattered, and like looks like they got above it and kind of like clawed out the roof. And you'll see like a small cauldron knocked over where a fire pit was. Probably a bunch of like gouges in the ground.
Yep. On top of that, you see little quills on everything, and you would recognize these quills as manticore quills. The stone fire pit looks torn apart. The hut has been ripped asunder. There's odds and ends kind of scattered throughout, but this very much looks like it's been destroyed by manticores. And yep. Yeah, you still have your hands up. There is no wall of stone. In fact, Kiva, I'm gonna be nice and not have that take a spell slot.
Oh, okay.
So
I appreciate that.
yeah, because I know what that
It's
is.
the highest level spell
Yeah, I
slot.
know. I know. I know what that is.
You
So
would have survived.
yeah, you would have survived. Kiva would have made sure of that. I don't know how you gotten that out, but you'd have survived. And you find yourself in this place where everything has kind of been destroyed, and as you look around, there's one more sucking noise, and you guys are sucked out and back in, and
Renewed screaming. What's
Back where?
Pinchwit doing, by the way?
Pinchwit is she's beyond herself. She has her mouth wide open, looking around as if she's trying to scream, but no sound is coming out.
It's probably
She's-
to make out Sorry.
No, go ahead.
It's
Where are
probably hard to make out exactly what Jen has been screaming through all of this, but you're all pretty sure you hear something along the lines of, "I'm going to kill Dre's when this stops."
If Dre's was not injured, as soon as this stops, Sullen would probably punch him square in the face. He might still do that.
Well, we'll find out. So
Sullen has not good strength. And if Sullen punches someone, they might gain health.
so there's another sucking noise, and you guys are sucked out of where you're at in this manticore destroyed hut area that you don't know whose it is, but it has very telling tales of possibly Dre's. There's nothing specifically that points that out. It just looks very much like something he'd own. And you guys are ported back in. And as you guys are ported back in, you find yourselves roughly 30 feet away from the circle, behind you all. That is as the teleport circle is just starting to start, as Dre's is just about to cast it, and there's a moment here. I'm gonna allow you all, everyone, because Dre's, you are here as well at this point. I'm going to allow everyone 1 moment to do something once you all see this.
Can
So
you
is
repeat
time
that?
traveled us in addition
You all
to location traveled us?
basically, it looks like you guys returned about 3 seconds before when you all started that little venture.
Let's not fuck up the
You're-
stable time loop.
You're
'cause
all
I've already experienced a time loop.
right. You're all behind yourselves, so no one sees yourselves,
Except maybe
except for Drace, who is flat on his back at this point, looking at the circle.
I'm going to like hold out my staff in front of everyone in an effort to prevent them from fucking up the timeline.
Oh, you're trying to like don't move sort of deal, just like arms
Yeah.
and staff out, like just don't do anything.
Yeah, like I'm holding it horizontally.
Yeah. Is anyone else doing anything?
Do we need to roll constitution checks for like time traveling and all that shit?
Nope.
Kiva just looks super confused at the moment.
Yes, stop screaming.
Jin does not look
Only because you really
confused.
that.
Jin looks irritated.
And I'm gonna ask Draze, because Draze, you have a moment here as well. Do you say or do anything before that happens?
Well, I think we changed, I think things got changed up a little bit.
Possibly.
Probably like, yeah, because I was gonna say, I think we were supposed to end up in Leland.
Oh, that's weird. I didn't write.
Yeah, because you were saying that we were gonna end up in Leland, and I was gonna show up at go through the thing again and meet up with them shortly after.
No,
So
I think that was miscommunication. No, yeah, sorry.
Well,
That was
damn.
yeah, sorry. That's not what I was expecting.
Because at first I was gonna say at least it worked.
Negative.
Negative.
It is not.
Opposite of working.
You scored Kinchwit for life, is what you've done.
How did your
glad she hired
stupid teleportation circle take us back in time?
Yep. All right. So since no one's
Is that what happened?
hold on,
here?
hold on. Since you guys aren't quite together yet, since no one's saying or doing anything else, Alin throws out his arms and his staff, kind of like don't do anything, and a moment later, the circle and everyone inside disappears, and you all see Draze leaning up on his one arm, looking in the direction of the circle, and Draze, you see everyone in the group staring right on back at you.
I'm gonna run up and punch him in the face.
All right, roll me an attack roll. Draze, what's your
Shield.
AC?
It's 8, but I'm also gonna shield.
Okay.
Team.
This is the time I actually roll.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So actually,
Alin somehow
Alin,
breaks through the
Alin right
shield.
now he's considered prone, so you will roll with advantage. So roll one more.
Son of a bitch.
You may or may not.
Rolling well onto punch Draze.
Whoa! All right. So what's your total AC, Draze, then with shield?
8,
13?
9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Oh, okay. So either one hit. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna
really
say.
hoping you'd punch a wall.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say. Alin makes it there before your shield goes off.
Okay.
Alin like rushes out, and it's like he's going to punch you, and then he sees you casting a spell and like throws his staff into your nose. Go ahead and roll your damage there, Alin.
I don't actually want to hurt him that much. Just one is fine.
I think it's just 1 plus strength modifier.
Yeah, it's a
and
one.
Alin
It's a
Yeah.
1 plus strength modifier. So what is it?
I don't have a strength modifier.
So it's just
It's
just
one
one.
damage.
All right, yeah. So it's just one. Draze, you take 1 point of bludgeoning damage as Alin whacks you square in the nose. Alin, do you say anything?
What the fuck did you do?
Well, I did preface saying this was tough.
Did he break up for anybody else?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, what did you say? You,
Alright,
you
do y'all
fucked
hear
us
me now?
what?
Yeah, say it again.
Hold on.
Well, that's what happened.
All right, there we go.
Punched him out of Discord.
Well, no, like I got a call at the exact time as I was about to talk.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Spam call.
All right. Go ahead.
So I would say it's like, well, it would. I did say this was going to be my first attempt, and look at me. Look how I look.
So what was the falling tower? He was just asked, like the group as a whole.
I look at like tower.
Yeah, there was a falling tower.
Yeah, there was a tower.
Is basically gonna say it occurred before our time, and it's a good thing we didn't stay there.
Okay, right. So, who else votes for walking? Keep it end up in the air.
Yeah, Pinchwit at this point, all of a sudden you just hear this.
Oh, did you guys hear that? That was such a good scream.
No, but I got it. I figured it out.
You've traumatized Pinchfoot with what you've done.
Delayed screaming.
Delayed screaming. Yeah, she was so startled that she just now realized that she should be screaming.
We randomly hear screaming from 30 feet away.
Uh-huh.
Delayed screaming from the spot that we teleported from. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna like leave him alone. I'm gonna like, I don't know, try to do something to comfort Pinchwit.
Okay. What are you doing there?
I'm really just trying to like awkwardly pat her back.
She's on top of a horse, so that it will be pretty awkward.
He was gonna try to comfort the horse.
Okay.
Let's see, the horse is probably like, whatever.
Yeah, roll me an animal handling check real quick, Kiva.
Peach Fuzz feeling?
Say that again, Twitch.
How is old Peach Fuzz feeling?
Splint Peach? Yeah. Kiva, wow, yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, Kiva, as you walk up, you kind of get the sense that either the horse didn't see anything, or he might not be able to see anything.
Oh no. Blind horse?
He does seem pretty startled, but as you kind of check on him and look a little closer, you do see his eyes are clouded over. But he seems fairly calm.
What did I do to the horse?
You didn't do anything to the horse.
Oh, so the horse had already been like that.
Yeah, that's actually why he didn't
Okay.
run.
I thought I blinded a horse, you asshole.
Not that mean.
Well, I don't know.
He was gonna do speak with animals again and ask, have you always been blind?
Yeah, yes I have. Always been blind.
Okay.
Oh my lord.
What the hell was that? I heard explosions.
It was
Fine.
a bit of an accidental mishap. It's over now.
Thank God. I hate explosions.
Yeah.
Okay. Can we get back? Can we get moving? The normal way. Get in the cart.
Alen, roll me a. I'm gonna have you roll me a. Roll me a performance or a persuasion check.
To get him to get in the cart.
No, to see if you have calmed Pinchwit at all.
Oh, okay. Persuasion?
Or performance.
Mine are the same.
Well, it kind of depends on what you want to do.
I've rolled 2 nat ones.
Well, you shouldn't be rolling anymore.
I rolled
No.
2 nat ones this session.
Yeah, Alen, you go to pet her, like pat her back, and the horse moves all of a sudden, and you end up like losing your footing and yanking on her leg, and she lets out another yelp, just like.
Sorry.
Didn't hear it.
God, that is so
Sorry.
annoying.
Hear all these fun noises Gabe's
Sorry.
Ugh. Okay.
That's still a negative.
God damn it. That is so annoying.
I said
You're
sorry.
probably gonna have to get a little bit of a higher end mic to pick up those sounds.
I actually have a high-end mic. It's
Yeah, that's
Discord
what
that's
I
not
thought.
picking it up.
That's
My mic
odd.
my mic
Not
actually
the
picks
mic.
all of it up.
It's the Discord for sure.
Yeah.
It's not the mic.
Oh.
Yep. That's why it's annoying. There's literally nothing I can do about it.
Well,
Oh.
anyway, he screams.
Yeah. Anyway, she screams again.
Sorry. Anyway,
Kiva's gonna come over and try to assist calming her down.
Oh, okay.
at this
I'm
point, Alinda's just gonna turn over to Dre's and be like, "We're gonna go the normal way. Get in the cart."
Jace, this is one of the few times you've seen Alin just like viscerally angry. Like visually, he is angry as shit.
Yeah. Like I would probably hobble over there, but I'm like, I'm doing this because I wanted to. Stupid circle drop better next time. Yeah, because what sucks is I know this is we were supposed to make it to Leland.
I see.
Well,
That's
the
weird.
plan
I don't
was to
remember.
keep your last, like, 8
Because
hours
you were
of
talking
sleep.
about, oh, if anyone's left behind from Leland, do you say anything? And I was like, well, if no one's there, then I won't say anything. But if like Twitch or Squirt are there, I'll say something about what happened to me, and then we'll make it over through there.
Okay. Like I said, I think it was just miscommunication. I probably said Leland, and I was not thinking Leland. So that's it's on me. I'm just gonna say that's on me. Because if I'd yeah, I did not mean to change things on you. Let me say it that way.
Yeah, that's fair. Like I said, it's okay. Stupid. Like, as long as we don't get in a fight or anything, that should be okay. Because that was that spell slot. That sucks.
That's fine. You guys get to rest. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys all get in the cart, and I'll say between Kiva and Alin, you guys are able to calm Pinchwit, who's at some point just like hyperventilating, slowly calming down, and eventually just kind of like looks back and forth at you and Alin and Kiva. That doesn't happen often with you guys, does it?
No.
Oh, we always get to the place we are aiming for.
She
First
believes
time
you.
this happened.
Yeah, she believes you. She's hesitant to believe you, but at this point she doesn't really have a whole lot of option. And yeah, she believes you. She's still riding the horse. You guys are able to make fairly decent time on the horse. It will take you a day and a half ish to make it there. And we're gonna montage some things since you're going the back way. I'm gonna ask though, since you're going the back way, are you checking for that troll area?
Yeah, I think we should.
It depends how long we think it's going to take us off course.
I mean,
We
at the
already
very
have
least, we can
time.
look for signs of
We're already multiple
the way they
days
travel
ahead.
from.
Is Tim breaking up for any of you guys? Or
You-
just me?
because you
Yeah, Lynn was talking over him.
Sorry.
Say it again, Tim.
At the very least, we can look for signs of the direction they traveled from.
I thought we already did that.
Yeah, you did. I actually
Okay.
have it marked on the updated map. Dun, 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 dun.
Is the updated map the one with the little star where
Uh-huh.
the trolls are?
Yep.
Okay.
So,
Yes.
so yes, you guys have already searched that. So I'm gonna ask then. I'll ask again. Are you guys planning to search for the troll? Because that'll change whether we montage this or not.
I think we should search for the troll.
Yeah.
We're already several days ahead of schedule.
Well, at this point, you're not. At this point, you're right on schedule.
Oh.
Twitch
Yeah,
asked the
because we
party to
spent-
not remember
Because
that.
we spent a couple days in Fabulous.
Yeah.
Twitch is gonna try and convince the party to do it.
Roll me a persuasion check, Twitch, and anyone who doesn't want to do it, also roll a contention persuasion check.
Can I just bring something up here?
Can you just what?
Can I bring something up here just real quick?
Uh-huh.
I don't think contesting persuasion rolls actually work all that well, because persuasion isn't really mind control, and it can't tell you how to feel about a situation.
Maybe kind of like an argument situation kind of deal. Like
That's-
each person's trying to persuade the other person.
Yeah. But Jin will go along with the majority of the group either way. It just kind of feels like it takes a little bit of agency in how a character might react to something.
I kind of see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I get it.
So then let me ask, what would you prefer to roll as a contention roll? Because it's certainly a contention roll if people don't want to go.
I mean, topic brought up a few times, and I think what it comes down to is just having an out-of-game agreement that we need to stick together as a party, and we just go with the majority. And if we role-play a conversation, we role-play a conversation. But that should kind of be the base ground of the unwritten player agreement of we're going to make decisions on what keeps us all together, and we can role play and figure out why our character would go along, whether they're happy with it or not. But making it where like someone just magically through a roll being able to convince the other person to be happy with the choice takes just a little bit out of it. I think.
Well, I see what you're saying, and let me be more clear about how this would normally go. So normally, Twitch would roll persuasion, and if anyone didn't want to go with her, or just wanted to go with the flow, they wouldn't. If anyone wanted to go with the flow, they don't roll. If anyone didn't want to go, that's the only people that roll. And if the majority of everyone else is just like, yeah, we'll go with whatever, then it's the people who are talking who would decide where the party goes. And that to me is absolutely a contention roll.
I think the one thing I'll say of this is I actually kind of agree with Jen, just because it would work with an NPC because the NPC doesn't have a player character behind it. But with a PC, like the idea behind it is that you can't the role, regardless of the role, you couldn't change that person's mind. Like you might be able to be like convince them, but at the same time they would still say like if they're dead set to not want to go, even rolling a natural 20 or a natural 1, it's still not going to change them because the player character has a person behind it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Even NPCs, there comes a point, like kind of with that thing of, obviously if you want to jump across a canyon that's like 200 feet, no matter how high you roll, is going to do it. And that also goes with people. If you go to a king and say, hey, I want you to step down and I want to be king now, a natural 20 might mean he takes it as a joke and doesn't cut off your head.
I'll tell you what then. Let's do this. Let's just role play this out and see where you guys go.
Okay. I also
Sorry to
feel
be
like
a bummer on that, Gabe, but I just kind of, I kind of see what she was saying.
No, I mean it makes sense.
The only reason,
it makes sense. So I'm gonna ask then, Twitch, how do you try to convince the party to go? What do you say? And we'll just I'm gonna let you guys dive into role playing.
So once Twitch kind of gets the impression that Alin would be on board with that, she thinks, okay, well maybe these people are actually willing to do an adventure, and says, hey, there's not really going to be another opportunity for us to go explore this area.
I think we should go.
And it might have something that we could use to help the struggling city of Leland.
Dre's would like while he would be hesitant, he'd be willing to go with them. So be like, yeah, like I'm still not at full strength, but I think I can hold my own. Stupid circle. And so yeah, I'll be willing to go check it out. Fucking circle.
Do we know how long it's gonna take us to get there? Because even with the goats, it was. I know it took longer because they weren't walking, but it
Well-
still would have been more than 1 day travel, right?
So yeah, it would still be more than a day's travel. You guys, by the time you get to where you need to delve off, it sounds like you guys are. We'll say you're having this discussion on the road. So before you take your long rest, since we're apparently not going to montage, you would be able to get a long rest before you make it to the trolls. So everyone would have their spell slots back. But it would definitely take a full 2 days of travel solely to get back to Leland.
Sure, be fine with it if we bring something of worth. And we know to use fire this time.
Well, first thing, we hope there are not any more there.
Yes. But if there are,
Right, fire.
So
Jim's
you
gotta be
guys,
making some bombs.
so you guys want to go into the troll den?
Well, we killed all the trolls.
And sometimes they have things laying around that could help out with Leyland's money problem.
But I have
If
the
we
thing that
find-
will help with Leland's money problem.
Well, yes,
If
what
we
we could have.
find the troll den, I could always send my familiar in to scout it out invisibly in case there are any trolls left, so no one will be in danger.
So just for clarity, Alin, you found a trail that led into the hills where you lost the track. So you guys would still have to do tracking into the hills.
I know, I'm just saying, like, when we actually find the thing, I wouldn't put anyone in danger, like, to
Okay.
enter the thing.
I would bring up to Pitchwood and be like, well, you know, it would take us a day to get to partially where we're going. Would you be willing, like, if you don't want to come with us, that's fine. You'll be on the main road, and you can go straight there. You won't have to, come with us. But this is our. Am I going robot?
No.
Oh. But if you don't feel comfortable going the last half of the day to Leland, you can definitely join us.
Well, I guess. You good to go, Ralph? And she puts her hand on Ralph on his side and pets his mane. And there's just a Well, are we gonna go?
Sure.
Tally ho!
So, to be clear, does it sound like Pinchwood is going with us or going separate?
She's gonna go with you.
Okay, alright.
All right. So you guys travel south into the hills with Pinchwood and cart in tow. Who is leading the group? I need two people. Who's leading the group to search for tracks?
Me.
Is that Alin? That's Alin.
Yeah.
Okay. One other person.
Which is-
Okay. So two of you go ahead and roll survival checks.
It's not good.
Oh boy.
Ooh, it was a 19 and then rolled over to a 3.
Oh boy.
Why are we rolling with disadvantage?
So we're definitely detecting all the traps.
You guys make your way. Okay, so you guys easily follow the tracks that you initially found at the place where you were assaulted by the 9 ogres and a giant troll. You guys follow the tracks south into the hills, into the foothills of the mountains, where as you get closer to the mountains, the tracks get harder and harder to find. They get harder and harder to see as you get closer. And as the two of you continue to lead the group and follow these tracks, you get all the way up almost to the foot of one of the taller mountains of this part of the range, and you lose the tracks. Do either one of you say anything, or do you continue going into the mountains?
Would say something.
Yeah, if we've lost the tracks, say something. I imagine we kind of like look at each other and be like, "What happened to them?"
Did the fucking trolls fly? What the hell?
What's going on?
I can't
What's going
find the
on? Why are we
track.
stopping?
I can't find the tracks.
Okay, Twitch.
Yeah, they get harder to spot around here.
So we don't know which way to go.
Come check it out and see if you can find it.
Okay.
All right, Kiva, roll me a survival check. See if you can find these tracks. You are able to find a few more tracks. It looks like the trolls and the ogres, despite their heavy weight on these hard stone surfaces, they don't leave much of a footprint. You are able to track them further into the foothills of the mountain, and there is, as you make your way through the small foothills, Kiva, since you are now leading, I'd like for you to roll me a perception check. Yeah, that checks out. Kiva, as you come around the foothills of this mountain, in between what looks like the valley of in between two mountains, is a small, well-worn path. And as you make your way around the corner, a scent hits you as the wind kind of like rushes in between this valley, and it smells like rotting people. You've smelled this before. Recently, it smells like rotted flesh.
She'll double back just a little bit to the rest of the group, and like hold up a hand, signal her to stop, turn around. I think we're on the right track. Oh. Oh.
Excellent.
Do you all continue?
Mm-hmm.
On the right track. What we signed up for.
I can't tell if there's another troll. We're definitely on the right track. Lynn, do you want to send Edgar ahead at this point? See what he can find?
Sure. What?
I just need to step back and get some air. That stench is... Oh.
Have I smelled it yet?
No. Well, yeah. Anyone who's made it to the opening of this little valley in between the two foothill mountains to your left and right would smell this as wind rushes past you.
Smells like we're going in the right direction.
Yeah, I'll send Edgar.
Okay. Okay, you send Edgar and
In his invisible.
okay, that's a good call. Edgar comes forward and starts flying, and as he flies, there's a little like, and he disappears in front of everyone. And I need for Edgar. No, he's a fiend. Never mind. Edgar flies forward, and even Edgar, Alin, you get the sense that Edgar is like covering his nose as he gets closer. And
He is a bird.
yeah, it smells really bad as he gets closer. I will say he does not see any trolls or ogres anywhere around. And as he flies down through this valley, he does see what looks like a small, small at first, but growing larger and larger cavern in the base of one of the mountains towards the end of this valley. But he doesn't see any creatures. So you keep going?
Yeah, I wanted to do like a pretty thorough sweep because I don't want to stumble into a troll by mistake.
Yeah, that's fair. As he flies through this valley, there's small trees and shrubbery. He's looking pretty thoroughly, and as he's looking around, looking up, down, side to side, trying to see if there are any creatures, he doesn't spot anything in the vicinity. And as he makes his way over to the cavern, there is several rotted corpses that are missing limbs and other grotesque features, and there doesn't seem to be a whole lot here, other than a small gleam that catches his eye.
Let's investigate this.
Okay, he goes down into the cavern to to check it out, and he lands on the ground, kind of like hops towards it, and underneath one of the bodies is a small sack of not to him, it's a large sack to him, of what looks like coin and gems.
Nice.
There's also a whole lot of other, looks like useless junk strewn about as well.
Let's ignore the junk and see if he's big enough to pick this up.
Are the rest of us continuing? I think that's what I've missed.
I thought it was just Edgar. I mean, you can continue if you want.
Yeah.
Well, if Alin would have told us that it's, safe in general, then yeah.
Yeah, I thought we were just waiting for a heads up.
Yeah.
My understanding too, yes.
Yep.
I was gonna say,
Unfortunately, Alin.
no one has to go inside.
Yeah. Well, Alin never actually gave the good to go.
Right.
So at this point, Twitch would like poke the shoulder or whatever. Hey, can we go?
Alin, you feel poking on your shoulder, but you don't hear anything because you're looking through Edgar.
I'd revert to me vision and let Edgar grab that thing. What?
Twitch will repeat herself. Is the coast clear? Can we go?
Yeah. There's nothing alive in there, but there's nothing much useful. Edgar found something, so I'm gonna have him retrieve it. But I don't think we need to go into the incredibly smelly hole.
Perfume. So
Edgar found something that he can grab?
Yeah, bag.
Okay.
Twitch is torn because she wants to check to make sure nothing was missed.
Right.
Also doesn't want to go in smelly pit.
Out of character, how big is this bag?
Well, Alin hasn't told you that, and Alin didn't ask, so
Okay.
it's to Edgar. It's a big bag.
He is also a crow.
Yes.
Oh gosh.
And he's a
I
raven.
will say
Actually, he's a
Alin
raven.
Alin as a raven, through his eyes, you're fairly certain he would not be able to carry this.
Okay, someone's actually gonna have to go.
Jen pulls out the perfume and a piece of fabric to tie around their nose. This
Oh,
is
you're not
bad,
going to do the
but
peering nose thing again?
I mean, you know, I didn't think about it. I could do that, and Jen's nose just disappears.
That still kind of freaks me out, just saying.
It was really helpful when I had to do latrine duty. And Jen just goes in.
Like that, so okay.
Okay, I don't remember what our. I think the precedent was that this is only as a flavor sort of deal, but in like fights and stuff, anything
Right.
that requires a smell, you're still going to be affected by.
Now, I thought like once before you let me do this with a smelly situation.
Yeah, with smelly situations,
I cast
it's fine, but I
prestidigitation on you.
just for clarity, since we're talking about precedents, this is not going to work in a fight where you have to you can't inhale something.
I figured.
Okay. All right. So yeah.
I was just thinking of using this kind of thing to like flavor my criticals or something like that.
And the reason I'm going to say that is because it's not an instantaneous thing. It takes Jen well over a full minute to remove his nose.
Okay.
But Jen, you are able to remove your nose, and you make your way forward, not smelling any scents. And you make your way up into this valley where there's trees and small shrubberies and the cavern in the back. The cavern looks fairly large. It looks like it's a 30-foot tall cavern, maybe 50, 60 feet wide. It's a big cavern, but it's not very deep. And as you make your way closer, you do see some limbs and torn flesh and missing body parts, and it gets more graphic as you get closer. And you get up to where you see junk laying about. There's broken cart wheels, broken wood barrels, crates. Inside of those is a lot of it's rotted wheat and foodstuffs that has been partially eaten, and the rest is mostly rotted. And you kind of make your way over. Edgar's still invisible, so you don't see any crow or anything, and make me a perception check.
Okay.
I think I'd have like Edgar sitting by the thing and squawking loudly.
He's still invisible though, so you would hear it.
Oh, I have him visible.
Wow. We're all having so many nat ones.
Holy
Twitch
cow!
follow Jen down there.
I
Can I
have
also
him-
roll perception?
Wait, say that again, Twitch.
Twitch follow Jen.
Oh, you followed Jen?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
I'm
was
so-
asking in chat if it was just Jen or if more of us were going.
I'm sorry, I missed that.
I'm keep going up too.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, absolutely. Anyone who's following, if you're breathing in at all through your nose, I need you to roll me a constitution check, constitution saving throw rather, and a perception check.
Oh,
Can I do the con save with advantage?
19 and
Yes,
I rolled
Trace.
over to 9.
Dang, y'all are, okay, keep it barely saves.
If Jen notices them starting to have trouble, he would offer the perfume.
Yeah, that'll help. Yeah, I'm gonna say Twitch, you kind of like start dry heaving as you get up closer to Jin, who offers his perfume to you.
Sprays it on a strip of cloth and say, "Put this around your face."
Okay.
Okay.
Looks like it worked well because my perception is a That 19 finally stuck.
Yeah, Kiva, you as well. You get up closer and it's really grotesque. You feel like you're gonna upchuck. You dry heave once, but you manage to regain your senses and steel your nostrils, so to speak. And as the two of you kind of look around, you both spot almost at the same time. Twitch probably first. A small-ish sack of what looks like gold and gems. I will say, Jin, everyone here, you would hear squawking in that same direction as the bag, and Jin, as you would have walked over in that direction without seeing the bag, you were looking for the squawking, and you would have inadvertently kicked Edgar with the nat 1, just like accidentally kicked him. No damage or anything, because it's not like trying to attack kick. But anyway, Kiva and Twitch, you find the bag full of gold and gems.
Oh, also this makes sense because Jin doesn't have dark vision, so we'll say that's what's happening.
Sure, let's go with that.
Oh, how dark is it?
Kiva doesn't have dark vision either.
It's not that dark.
But it's still harder than Twitch, who's an elf, and obviously that's why she got better than me. Obviously.
Yes, obviously. Anyway, so the two of you do find the bag. Now, Twitch, I'm going to say that you find it first, since you rolled much higher. And as you go to look at the bag, you do see that it is full of gold, and there's some gems in it as well.
Okay.
Okay. Can I guess how many if I pick up the bag and...
Yeah. You pick up the bag, and you guess that there's roughly 500 gold worth of gold pieces. And the gems that you see in there, they're not overly valuable, but it would probably add an additional 150 gold to the pile.
Sorry, you cut out for me. It was what about the gems?
They're not overly expensive, but you're pretty sure they'd be worth an additional 150. So a total of 600 gold worth of stuff in the bag. 650, okay. Sorry.
650, yeah. Be like, well, this is a nice cut of the profits without having to take a direct payment from the council. I'll hold it out to Kiva, so if she wants to take a look too.
Okay. Yeah, you hold it up to Kiva, who you see is
paying attention.
Yeah, you hold it up to Kiva, and you see that she's looking into the cave, and she's weaving something with her hands in the air, and probably mumbling something under her breath, and maybe writing even some runes on the ground. She's not paying attention at all right now. As the two of you continue to look around.
And just going to sit on the head of whoever picked up the bag.
That would be Twitch. Twitch, you feel a few claws in your head. You don't see anything, but you feel something land on your head.
Well, in the
chat, he's gonna
or...
make himself visible.
Yeah.
Okay.
Said that just make
okay.
Visible, so.
Okay. A raven lands on your head.
Yeah. I'm just gonna tell him don't poop on me. And hold out the bag to Jen if Jen wants to take a look.
Jen does take a look. So there's just gold and gems?
Yep, just gold and gems.
With my perception of 27, is there anything else in this area?
Sorry. 1 second, I had to yawn. As you continue looking around, you do spot something. You're not quite sure what it is. It's all the way back in the cave. It looks to be some sort of bluish ball as you make your way towards the back of the cave. And just before you reach for this bluish ball, as you get closer, you see it's almost like a crystal ball. Very, very bluish in color, but very, very dark. It's not a lit at all. It looks like a blue stone right now. And as you go to reach down, Kiva, you release your detect magic, and you immediately see the thing that Twitch is about to grab.
Okay.
Which, give me 1 second. If I can click on things. I have to check that. You see, it emanates a bright blue light to you, Kiva, and you are 100% sure that that thing that she's about to grab is magical in nature. You're picking up evocation type of magic coming from it. And I think that's all you get from detect magic, right?
Yeah, just
Yeah.
school of magic.
Yeah.
Do you
And
have a picture of what it looks like?
maybe. Yeah.
Hold on a second there, Twitch. It's definitely radiating some magic.
Yeah, Twitch wasn't touching it, just
Okay.
looking at it.
Ooh.
Fancy bowling ball.
Right now it is not lit up like that. Right now it is a dark, deep blue.
And how big is it?
Roughly the size of your palm.
Okay, so palm sized. Okay.
Kiva, you don't see anything else that's magical in nature around here.
Okay. Okay.
So we need to pick it up with a cloth.
Edgar might be able to get it.
It's probably small enough for Edgar to grab.
Without
He
dropping.
can go back to his imp form.
You can at least touch it and see if it reacts.
You can go back to his imp form.
Okay. He goes back to his imp form and grabs it? Question?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
He grabs it, and as he grabs it, the globe begins to light up, starting blue. And as he lifts it up into the air, it becomes brighter and brighter. You see the color in it begin to change from blue to a darker red. And it just starts spinning faster and faster on the inside of this. And all of a sudden, it looks like it's lifting Edgar up. Edgar doesn't have to pull so hard. It feels almost like it's hovering. But it's very much red now.
Is it doing anything weird to my detect magic site?
No, it's not doing anything weird or different to your detect magic, Kiva. However, because you have detect magic, it is brilliantly bright right now.
Okay. I think we should give it some space. That's a lot of magic radiating off of that right now.
Does it feel like it's going to harm him?
I mean, it's evocation, so possibly.
If it starts hurting him, he has magic resistance, so
Fine.
Twitch is gonna
Never
ask
know
Edgar
you
to fly out. Fly away.
All of a sudden, you guys hear Edgar speak for the first time. Does anyone speak Abyssal?
he doesn't speak Abyssal. He speaks Infernal. and
Infernal,
Common.
I'm sorry, yes, Infernal. Does anyone speak Infernal?
I speak Infernal.
Okay.
I believe I do as well.
Okay, the both of you would hear a single word coming from Edgar for the first time ever in Abyssal. You would hear light, and everyone else around you would hear this guttural noise come from Edgar, and all of a sudden the orb explodes in daylight. It's incredibly bright light around this orb within 60 feet of it. And Kiva, you know what this orb is. You've used it before. Not this specific one, but...
Replacement. Drift globe.
It's a drift globe.
It looks like a drift globe. It does seem to oddly react to Edgar's touch, though. You're not used to seeing it react like that.
Yeah. Okay.
At that point, he's gonna let go and like shove it towards her.
Okay. He kind of drops it and it rolls to the ground at your feet, and the light dims almost immediately.
That was nice and bright. Kiva's like blinking and like rubbing at her eyes.
Yeah, very bright.
Well,
But,
it's like we
does that
have a
work on?
replacement.
So she'll pick it up and take a closer look at it.
Uh,
Does it start to react in any way when she touches it?
Yeah. What flavor color is your magic?
Uh,
It's green.
it's green usually, yeah.
Okay. As you pick it up, it does almost the same thing as it did with Edgar. As you pick it up, it lights up blue, vibrant blue at first, and as you hold it, it spins. The interior of it spins faster and faster and becomes turns green. You all would notice this coloration is the same as what Kiva normally exudes from her when she casts magic.
Ooh, can I try? And Jen will hold out their hand.
It doesn't look like it's gonna start floating and blast light at us again.
No, it feels lighter to you, but it doesn't. You haven't commanded it to do anything.
Okay, all right. So she'll hand it over to Jen and see what happens.
Okay. You hand it over to Jen, and Jen, it stays lit green, and then changes back to its normal blue, and continues to spin. It feels lighter than it should, but it continues to spin.
Pretty cool. I'll choose this any day over a torch.
So can we go?
I'm not picking up anything else magical in here. And it doesn't look like there's much else of value not magical.
Well, we found something. So this hasn't been a total waste.
So yeah, we should probably get out of here. It still really smells right now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's not too bad.
I don't smell
Think for
anything.
yourself, Necromancer. I'm getting out of here.
Say that like it's a bad thing. I casually stroll out.
Jen also follows, still kind of messing with the globe.
So Jen has the
Watching it
globe and the bag of coins plus gemstones.
I don't think I have the bag.
You were the last one to hold it, so you have the
then
bag.
I guess I am. I guess I am.
Okay.
Jen will say, Kiva, do you want to put this in your bag of holding with the other money?
Sure. I'll take it back, sure.
She'll hand it to her. I just figured that would be a bit more efficient than us hauling it around.
Yeah, you'll have to catch back up with her because she took off to get out of the cave.
Jen will do so.
She'll wait up just long enough to get it back from you and then keep going.
All right, so everyone makes it back to the cart where you all see a very penchant Pinchwit sitting on top of her noble steed, Ralph, and she just, well, did you find anything?
Jen points to the globe and then says, this, and also a bag of golden gems.
Well, that's nice. I guess it's a good thing there wasn't anything else back there.
Certainly.
There's smell around, though. And by now, Jen would have reformed their nose as they were walking.
Okay. Jen, as you make your way out from the end of the valley, you do catch an end whiff of that scent, and it smells god awful.
Sucks for them.
Alright. So I should add a drift globe to Kiva's inventory again?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a drift globe.
Okay.
As far as you guys are concerned, it's a drift club.
So, was this at the end of the day or like
So-
a brand new day?
Yeah, this would have
or-
been pretty close to the end of the day.
Okay.
Yeah, it would have been basically towards the end of the day. You could continue to decide to travel if you'd like, travel through the night. You guys could take turns resting and watching, but people would get a point of exhaustion. You all would get a point of exhaustion, but you could make it to Leland within the next 10 hours.
What is the green dot on the map? Is that
I
like
couldn't
a-
remember. It was marked. I think that's just where you guys had the fight, but I couldn't remember.
That's where we were camped and had the fight with the ogres and troll.
Okay, so I'll just delete that then. That's where the trail started.
Gotcha. So we're over here on the offshoot.
Yeah, you guys were over by the star. And so now you're roughly here as you're deciding what to do.
Oh, okay, we already made it back.
Yeah.
Well, this is just as good a point of any to go ahead and set up camp off the road.
Yeah, let's just hope we're a little bit luckier than the last time we camped here.
Yes.
Well, we don't have giant goats, which I'm sure helps get their attention. I'm sure.
Probably.
I mean, I could smell them the entire time. I'm sure a troll could smell them.
And in the morning, we could try my circle again.
No.
No, I think we're good with that. We'll let you get stuff on that one before we do that again.
Yeah. Let's take it easy on the circle for a little while. That was a bit harrowing.
Practice on some bugs or something first.
I'll practice on myself.
Edgar, I volunteer.
No.
Yeah. To be fair, every time out of character, every other time it's going to work perfectly fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Great.
Yeah.
So are we dividing up the gold now?
I guess we can, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't suppose I get any, do I?
We're sitting
Did you
in the
come
cart?
inside?
No.
She came out of her way to come with us and let us go.
She also didn't fight the trolls when they were attacking.
She died.
She's very small.
Would you wanted to explain why she was dead if we let her fight someone who does not have combat experience?
I'm still right here. You could just be talking to me.
Well, I'm talking to Twitch about her.
That would be why she doesn't qualify for receiving the rewards of the fight.
I'll give him a gold.
Kiva gives Twitch a
No.
very cross look.
Your dragon is showing.
I guess if that's what it is.
I'll give Pitchwood a single gold. Here you go.
Oh, thank you.
What's the total?
650 total gold. So there's 600 gold pieces and roughly, I'm going to say 15 gems that are all roughly 10 gold apiece.
Okay, so 500 gold pieces.
500 gold pieces and 15 gems, all of which are 10 gold pieces apiece.
None of which is easily divisible by 6.
Correct.
Or 7.
It's fairly divisible by 7, though. Just pointing that out there. Just kidding. It's not.
What if we each get roughly 100 gold and then give, what's her face, 50?
And give her whatever's left over. Yeah.
You know, for sitting around and being an inconvenience.
Or we can keep it for the group fun.
I don't think this campaign has a group, do we?
No.
What's a
If we do,
campaign?
Just keeping up with it.
You guys are just having this conversation in front of her. She's just like looking back and forth at everyone. Yeah. I'm not sure what a campaign is, but I very much appreciate the gold. Thank you very much. Her eyes like light up when she realizes how much gold you guys are giving her. She is very appreciative of the gold that you're giving her.
Don't mention it.
Kiva would like to request her share in gems.
Okay. I just took
Alright.
100 gold pieces. Twitch did.
Okay.
Yeah, I just added 100 gold.
Yeah, everyone should. I think you guys are all kind of splitting it pretty well. So everyone should get 100 gold. And oh no, there's 6 of you.
Yeah.
So there's 500
Nice.
gold and 15 gems.
That's
Yes,
what I'm saying. Kiva will take her 100 in gems.
Yes.
Ah,
Five
okay. So Kiva's taking
gems.
10 gems and everyone else is. Okay, I'm sorry, I missed that. Okay.
Yeah, and then 5 gems are going to Pinchwit.
Oh, seriously? Okay.
Yeah, for 50 gold.
Wait, so how much gold should
Okay.
I add?
Okay.
100.
That
100.
okay. That doesn't change her response that much. She's still very appreciative to receive the gems, and just kind of like looks over and you just thank you. This is amazing. I wasn't really even expecting anything. I was just hopeful.
Petra got 51.
51. Okay, she got 51. All right. So you guys are staying the night then?
Yes.
Okay.
I put out for a second.
I think so, yeah. Who's staying up for watches?
You know Twitch is always down to take a watch.
Okay.
Jen will take first watch.
Okay.
So
So
it's not
Dre-
super dark yet.
Dre's will set up a tiny hut and not take a watch, because nope. Still
take
resting up.
We're gonna
That-
take one. Okay, so that's 3 watches.
Okay. Dre's, how large is your tiny hut?
Let's find out. Can't remember off the top of my head.
What did I?
There you
How
are.
You you're still kind of cutting out, Alin.
Hello?
Yeah, there we go.
9. It just it doesn't give
my
a
inventory.
100 gold.
Okay, thank you.
It doesn't say the exact size of it. It just says 9 creatures of medium size or smaller can fit inside.
Okay. Well, you could tiny hut the whole thing, and no one has to. No one has to do
To
anything.
watch.
Yeah. I'm counting the card as a
Okay.
creature for size wise. So, yeah, you could fit everyone in there.
Cool.
Okay.
Like Dre's would set it up, put it all together, and then like not even move from the spot and just plop down. Good night.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
Hopefully
hold on.
with this I will be back to normal stats.
Okay. I don't know how you missed that, Drace. It's a 10-foot radius
Oh, I see
sphere.
it now.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna retract that.
Card.
It does not fit everyone. So yeah, you guys will have to take a watch, and Drays will allow whoever they want inside of the hut, but the horse and cart will not fit with everyone else. So the horse and
Oh.
cart will have to stay outside of it all night.
Yeah. Everyone can come in and out. I'm the only one who can't. But
Right.
yeah, like, but understandable about the horse and cart. And yeah, my mind blanked out on the number. I was looking for numbers and never saw a number. I was like, I don't see any anywhere.
That's fine. Okay, so yeah, so Jen, Twitch, who's the third person taking a watch?
Kiva will take
Squirt.
ring one.
Okay, I heard Squirt and Kiva, so we'll just say Squirt takes the third watch, so Kiva can rest. And go ahead and all three of you roll me perception checks for your watches, and everyone go
Sorry,
ahead.
cut out perception checks.
Yeah, everyone. Three of you roll perception check, and everyone go ahead and mark a long rest.
Can you fix my stats for me, please?
Yeah. If you actually, Dre's, if you click on your the small number on the right side, there's a -1. If you change that to 0 and get it to actually take, that'll fix your stats.
Say, where is it at?
On the if you click on the small number, not your modifier, it should bring up a thing on the right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Just remove the -1. Hopefully it takes. It was a pain in the ass for me to change.
Gotcha. Yeah, I didn't know if it was would have been better on the computer, but it's no problem here.
Okay, cool. It's probably easier there. Okay, so Jen, first watch, everyone kind of gets settled down for camp. Everyone eats their food, and the night kind of settles down. A light breeze blows through the camp as you all pass out. And Jen, you stay awake and kind of watch the stars overhead for the next few hours. Nothing really piques your curiosity or interest. It's pretty boring. You do so once in a while with the stronger breeze catch wind of a nasty smell that you're familiar with now. But other than that, it's not too bad. Twitch on the second watch, very much similar to Jen's watch. The light wind that's coursing through the air does pick up a kind of rancid smell that you know what it is. There's a little bit of rustling in trees around you, and other than that, it's a very uneventful night. And Squirt, as you take your watch, you guys, you can kind of see clouds rolling in the distance, kind of obscuring some of the stars in the moonlight, and again, the wind it seems to be picking up a little bit, not too much, but you definitely catch the scent of rancid smells on the air. And in the morning, everyone wakes up nice and early. I imagine Squirt kind of goes around and wakes everyone up. And Squirt, as you're waking everyone up, by the time the light comes up, you can see that the clouds that have been kind of rolling in for the last few hours, they now look like storm clouds, and looks like to be headed y'all's way. It looks like gonna be a gross day of travel.
Had way too many storms. Every time I hear about one, I'm thinking storm cults again.
Does the storm look like the area where we're headed?
Yeah, it looks like it's coming in the direction of, just northwest of Leland. It looks like it's coming from the coast.
And you know they haven't been able to hire anyone yet to defend the city. Okay, I just put this together looking at the map. You said that the undead that were in Fendalen came from the Mirror of Dead Men?
Yes.
Right where Leland is?
Yep.
Great. Cool, excellent.
As you're making your way through the Feywild, Our Origins book.
You keep cutting out for me. What'd you say?
I said, as you make your way through the Feywild, Our Origins book. That's the next chapter.
Okay. I need a way to, like, compile all of this in one spot. I don't know if it matters, honestly.
Okay. Alright, so everyone wakes up. Oh, that's still up there, isn't it? Okay. Okay, so everyone wakes up. Twitch kind of corrals everyone into waking up. And as you wake up, you all notice the storm clouds rolling in from the northeast, directly towards you all, and it very much looks like it's going to be a very dreary day of travel back to Leland. And you all make your way from your current location southwest towards Leland, and it is, just as you suspected, a terrible day of travel. Heavy rains, thunderstorm, winds. It's very unpleasant. Just, you were soaked through and through. Anything that you had that you wish would have been dry is soaked. Just everything on you is soaked. You all feel like wet dogs. Just heavy, wet beings as you make your way. Go ahead.
Is it cold?
No, it's still late fall or late summer, so it's still not terrible weather, or like cold weather. So this is still fairly decent, and you guys make your way back to Leland as the rain continues to fall.
Okay.
Through
Twitch
the path.
is using Mask of the Wild.
Okay. Twitch disappears around everyone as you guys are walking. She seems to kind of go in and out of the rain. Sometimes you can see her, sometimes you can't, depending on the depth of rainfall. As you guys make your way closer to Leland, you come out of the woods into the open clearing that you would know, and where you would expect to see the broken gate, you see two stone pillars, the pillories that you would have seen before, and in front of an opening between those two stone towers, lookout towers, you see 3 palisades that have been set up, it seems, in place of a gate. As you make your way through it, it's kind of tight to make your way through, especially with a horse and cart. You guys have to work a little bit to move them so the horse and cart can make it through. But you do manage to do so.
How does the forest look and dead body situation look?
There are no more dead bodies. However, the forest is pretty damn charred.
I thought Kiva started it growing before.
Oh, yeah, she did start it growing, but it takes a while for that to take effect.
But I also interrupted it.
Yeah, that too. There are small branches. It's like if you've ever seen controlled burning. About 3 months after it takes effect, there's small bushes and stuff that have started to grow, but it looks pretty burnt.
Okay.
You guys are able to make your way into Leland. Where do you go? I'd say it's roughly about 5 p.m. at this point. It's been a really terrible day's travel, kind of slowed you down a little bit, taking a little bit longer than you'd expect as you make your way. And you kind of hear a sigh of relief as Pinchwit just, whew, well, I'm glad we made it.
Let's go check out the town council. They're still working at this hour.
Yeah, they're probably still working.
Well, I'll send Kelton to continue his work in the tower.
Okay. Okay, so, yikes. All right,
But
you guys make
I
your...
want to be specific. Sorry, I want to be specific. When you pick up the rock, you take it to the edge of the area, and there's the pile of rocks on the ground. Throw it onto that pile of rocks.
Okay.
Have to be careful. Remember, you tricky over here.
Okay, you tell him that, and Kelton walks off and makes his way. Makes his way to the House of Thalavar. And everyone else, you guys make your way to the town council.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I want to speak for everyone, but Twitch, yes.
Okay.
Same for Jen.
Yeah, I was gonna say no one else said something differently, so we're going with the flow here. You guys make your way into town, and as you make your way into town, it does look a little. There's not a whole lot of people out because it's nasty weather. It's been that way all day. You make your way towards the town council, where Pinchwit gets off the horse, and kind of parks the cart right outside the door, and with all of you, opens the door and heads into the town council. And as you make your way inside, you can kind of hear the light bickering coming from the where's my notes here? From the three town council members, as you were aware. There we go. Right, but I was told that we were going to be getting troops. I know, but we haven't. Wait, who am I doing? That's why I gotta get my notes. I know, but we were. We just. We need to send someone to Neverwinter. We need to. And at that point, you guys walk in to the three town council members, Griselda, Marigold, and Valdi, who are having a conversation. It sounds about getting more troops from Neverwinter.
Is there a problem?
Say that again?
Is there a problem?
Yeah, you could say that. We really need more troops here, and Griselda said we don't have the funds yet to pay for more troops, but I see that you all are arrived. Pinchwit, do you have the money? Oh, yes, I have the money. 1 second. And she spins around, and you see her pull out of her like backpack type bag that she's been wearing. This bag that she like grabs above her head with both hands, and like a trash bag, like slings it over her to the right side of her neck and drops it down onto the ground in front of her with a loud.
I thought Kiva was given that.
Oh, I'm sorry, Kiva. I'm sorry. Oh my God, man, I'm terrible. I'm terrible at notes.
We weren't supposed to be transporting back.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah. Yeah, she doesn't do that at all. That's embarrassing. So they ask if Pinchwit has the gold, and Pinchwit looks back at Kiva. Kiva?
Again, Kiva speaks up at that point and says, "Oh, you mean the money that was supposed to be otherwise arranged and we weren't supposed to be bringing it back?" Looking right at Griselda.
Right, that money. You weren't supposed to know about it.
So we've been told.
Look, don't take it the wrong way, but we just had to make sure that it was gonna make it here.
Well, and she'll reach into her bag of holding and pull out the bag of gold. It made it here, despite us knowing about it.
Look, Kiva, I know that you've been here for a while, but we didn't know about your friends, and we couldn't take any chances with the way this situation has gone. So, I apologize for the mistrust that we have shown you, but we thought it was for the best that there were no chances being taken.
Well,
Right,
I hope the
because you
fact
guys
that
were
we
able to
did
save
know
the
about
city
it and it
battle.
still made it back will encourage a bit more trust in the future.
It certainly
This is
will.
our community, after all.
Right, but you guys have only, if you think about it, you guys have only been here for what, maybe 3 weeks out of the last year?
And
Yeah.
we saved your town. Just, what all have we done for them by now?
Are we
It's
not
been-
supposed to trust the government?
I mean, some of us never did.
Right, well, again, I apologize for the mistrust, but you kind of understand where we're coming from here. We have no money, we had to make sure that the money got here, and in all honesty, every time you guys show up, bad shit happens.
Wait.
Kiva looks at Jin That's the third person that said it now.
I know. People keep pointing that out. You see, you just need to flip your perspective. Whenever bad things happen, you're lucky enough that we show up.
I concur.
Otherwise, your wall would not be getting rebuilt. I'm sorry. You all
And for the year
probably
that
would be dead.
gone, how many times was the town attacked?
Mm-hmm. We were told about that.
Wait, while you were gone, which time?
Yes.
Which time?
The
Were you
long-
attacked again?
You know, the time that you took over our house and used it illegally. That time.
Right. Well, yeah, we had several attacks during the last year.
It had nothing to do with us being present, right?
Right.
Well then.
A
Because
point.
when we are here,
Point aside, can we continue? What's the situation now?
Well, now that we have the money, we need someone to go, for lack of a better term, haggle with Lord Neverimber. We need more troops, and he refuses to send troops until we are able to pay. But now that we have the money, it shouldn't be a problem. But let's just say the messengers that we sent, we haven't heard any word back, so we don't really know what's going on. We sent guards with the last one, and we still haven't heard anything.
I don't miss it all.
Say that again. You cut out.
I don't know why the mic isn't picking me up all the time.
It's probably just Discord.
Probably. Well, that isn't ominous at all.
Right. Again, with you all showing up or about to show up. Since you're here, though, maybe you all can help with this situation again. We do.
Oh yes, we'll help you again, just to be blamed again for your additional problems.
Look, we're willing to pay you.
I'm listening.
Dragon Twitch strikes again.
Yeah.
Kiva just rolls her eyes.
We're willing to pay you. We need an escort. We need someone to go to Neverimber and bring, and she points at the gold, a shite load of gold, and bring back as many guards as possible from Neverwinter.
I mean, we were planning on going there eventually. So I would be down. How about the rest of you? And Jin has a look on their face that says, if you say no, I'm going to be so mad.
Dre's will look at himself as like, maybe I can find a new arm.
I thought Dre's went to House of Thalawar.
No, that was Kelton.
Kelton went there.
Well, Kelton did that. Okay, my bad. I misheard that. That was right as I was getting back.
There's lots of that going on today. Sorry.
Yeah, so I'd look around and be like, maybe I can find me a new arm. And I wave to the council with the stump.
Oh, shite. What happened to you? Oh my god, yeah, what happened? That looks terrible.
It's okay.
Let's talk logistics. What's the fee for doing this?
Ah, right. Down to brass tacks, eh? The fee would be 100 gold per person, and depending on how things go, possibly more.
Oh, that seems pretty low for such amount of travel.
Guys,
I'm not saying it's not, it's... Okay, let me put it this way. It's on the low end of the scale of what I would expect.
But we also know they're broke, so Twitch will
Fair.
take a low offer. but as a charitable gesture, she's willing to accept a low offer.
Maybe
Out of the
up front.
Of her heart.
Oh, what
No,
do
come on, guys.
you all say to that offer?
I guess Twitch and
Sure.
Dre's like glancing at each other back and forth.
Right. So 100 gold per person, and possibly more depending on how things go.
Twitch would say, for having someone with our caliber of service and our impeccable track record, we really could earn more for this job. But as an act of charity for a hometown of ours, that sounds like a fair price.
And Dre's would hop into, but could we possibly maybe get that up front, like for traveling
Guys.
expenses and such?
Jen is just watching this with a eyebrow raised.
What does Squirt think? I'm so curious.
Squirt?
Uh-oh, we lose Squirt.
I think she fell asleep on the job. There we go.
Squirt is. I don't
Why
know.
do you guys constantly feel the need to extort money from our allies?
This isn't extorting. We're taking a job and getting payment for the job.
Yes, but we already know they're not doing great in the money front.
I don't think I even heard Squirt's response, but it might have been my side cutting out.
Yeah, Squirt, how do you feel about this?
Squirt is indifferent.
Indifferent. All right. Well,
What is gold when you could be paid in mushrooms, right?
yeah. Well, what say you? Will you take our message to Lord Neverember and bring back troops from Neverwinter?
To clarify, are we escorting a messenger or are we the messengers?
We should just be the messenger, let's be honest.
If you feel like you can be the messenger, feel free. It'll save us an extra body here.
Which is it Jen? Well, can we be the messenger?
Sure, I've done messaging jobs once or twice. I'm pretty good at that. I think I can remember. I'll make some notes just in case.
No need to make notes. I have a letter for you right here. And
Then that would be perfect.
and Griselda walks over and be prepared to type. I'm gonna just say it slow because I'm doing this right now. She brings over a letter to you, and on the letter is written, Lord Neverember.
Okay.
Please find this amount of 15,000 gold to your liking. We desperately need more troops from Neverwinter as we continue to be attacked on all sides.
I like the typing to the effect.
Your not consort's not the right word. Oh my god, consort's definitely not the right word.
No, definitely not.
No,
Your allies?
no, she works for him, but I can't think of the word. We'll just say it this way: in your service,
There you go.
Griselda Copperite.
Hey, pin it. Pin it
Hang on, don't pin it yet. Oh, I can't edit your message.
Nope.
15,000 gold.
Lord.
It's
Oh.
also Lord Neverember,
I meant
Yes.
to do that.
not Lord.
Well, I was trying.
Lord Neverember.
I know how to spell Lord.
Oh Lord.
And Never Ember should also be capitalized as it's a
Oh,
proper name.
come on,
Yes,
Tim.
I know. I was trying to get it down first, and then you edit
Right, exactly.
for spelling
No.
and grammar.
And don't forget the
Yeah.
Oxford comma here and there.
Right,
where-
right. Everyone's
I mean,
a critic.
that's actually pretty important. You can fastly change sentences.
Uh-huh.
For example, the classic "Let's eat grandma."
Yep.
You want to get your grandma eaten?
Yeah. Exactly.
How Little
so-
Red Riding Hood actually happened?
So she hands you the note, and as you read over it, you see that, Jen. I would imagine that you don't actually read that out loud, but if you do, you do. She hands it directly to you, Jen, since you and Twitch were having that conversation. All right. Well, give this to Lord Neverember, and make sure that he sees it, and hopefully, with a little bit of luck and a lot of bit of money, we can get some guards back here from Neverwinter to help protect us. Not that you all don't do a good job, but I imagine at some point you all might get a bit tired.
Yeah, so with that
Other
amount of gold,
things.
how many troops are you expecting? Just so we'd make sure he doesn't shortchange you.
Well, I would expect no less than 500.
Okay.
Do you
Boy.
have enough places to house that many?
You let us worry about that.
Well, that's interesting.
Let's just say that we did at one point, and we no longer do. It was destroyed, and now we need to rebuild and make sure that it doesn't happen again.
That's
Yeah, we need to talk about that, by the way, Griselda. Right, okay,
Inside
that's...
check.
same.
Go for it. Who are you inciting?
Like that whole
Let's just-
exchange right
yeah.
there of, oh, we used to have, but then it got destroyed, and now we need to rebuild. Oh, we need to talk about that.
Yeah.
Like, huh?
Also, I have a passive insight of 19.
Okay. I'm going to say also, Kiva, you can actually roll with advantage because you are very familiar with Marigold and her mannerisms.
All right.
I know, right? These rolls are ridiculous, y'all.
Actually,
Plus
the thing,
9.
still hung up
I'll
on the
stick
fact that
with
we're
that
turning
22.
15,000 gold.
Right. Jen, that's still not high enough. Kiva, you are the only one, and this kind of makes sense.
Passive.
Yeah. Even with the passive, it's not high enough. Kiva, you're the only one that kind of recognizes Marigold seems concerned about the situation. Maybe not so much about the... she seems more concerned that Griselda told you all that they were there and not, rather than what you all probably were assuming out of game. But Kiva, you also kind of pick up that she's also a bit worried, and you're not entirely sure about what.
All right. Keep that to myself for the moment. You hear me, Gabe?
Yes.
Okay.
Right. Of course, we need to talk about it. I remember, but they were asking questions, and I need to give them answers, and I'm at the point where, they have the money. They might as well just know some of this information. It's not going to hurt us. So
What
Have they handed us back
information?
the money yet?
they never took the money from you, so you guys still have that in front of you.
Going back in the bag of holding.
Okay.
Carrying 15,000 gold.
Well, while you guys were out gallivanting around, we did have a small contingent of guards, and we had, as you all saw, a fairly decent guardhouse also at one time, before it was destroyed when you guys were here. She kind of giving a knowing glance over all of you as she says that. But we did have a camp on the north side of town that was set up, and we had several hundred guards at a time. But during the time in which you all had disappeared, actually fairly recently after you all had disappeared, we were struck with more than 200 individuals. We don't know where they came from or why they attacked us, but they were casting magics, and they did quite a bit of damage, not only to the camp, but also to the wood walls, which is why we rebuilt, and why we made everything quite a bit stronger. So, it's been some time since we've had some troops. It'll be nice to have some again. Anyone saying anything? Did I lose everyone?
This is good. No, I'm here.
No, I'm,
Oh, okay.
I'm just
Okay.
between thinking and also just got a message about something.
Okay. Alright, well, that's that. You all have agreed. So we will go ahead and pay you all now. You all... Marigold, will you... actually, she turns to Valdi. Valdi, will you go ahead and pay these fine, respectable people their 100 gold piece? And depending on what they come back with, we may have a little bit extra by the time you return.
What time of day is it right now?
It's currently like 5:30 p.m. Getting closer to the end of the day.
So we set out in the morning then? Kiva says, addressing the group more so than the council.
That sounds fine. I just need to stop by the blacksmith and check in. And other than that, I'd be fine going tomorrow.
Ah, checking it for the armor?
Yes.
Alright. Is there anything else the council would require of us?
Require? No, we don't require anything. We do ask for services, and
Request then.
yes, request is a much better term. I would request one thing, as you all travel, if you all could stop by the Wayside Inn. We stopped receiving fish shipments from, not fish shipments. We stopped receiving wheat shipments from the Wayside Inn, and we're a little concerned. We sent a few troops less than a day ago, earlier today, she says, but we haven't heard anything back yet. Obviously, it's a little soon, but it is a little concerning. So perhaps you all could stop by on the way to Neverwinter.
I don't see any reason why not.
It is on the way.
Yep, I guess we can do that. We'd probably be stopping there potentially anyways.
All right. Well, thank you all for helping Pinchwit here. It's despite my criticism, you all actually have been pretty helpful for the town. I just have to take measure of everything in stride, and sometimes, and she looks at you, Kiva, my vision can be a little nearsighted. That's Kiva knowing her. That's about as close as you're ever gonna get to an apology.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, if there's nothing else that you need from me, you all are free to go.
Thank you very much, Griselga.
Oh,
And
sorry. One more thing before you go. We did have a weird thing happen while you all were out. The few guards that were left, Galio was able to kind of enlist them to help him uh, uh, clean up the top of the tower a bit. So they were finally able to get to the top. But last night there was also, as they were finishing, they all ran. They've all been telling ghost stories all day.
Oh boy.
Oh, can I sense anything from Kelton? Like,
No.
is he like walking back and forth kind of deal, or is he just standing there?
The only sense that you have is that he's still alive.
Fair. Okay. Well, then I'm going to start heading directly over there, like with kind of a rush, because I'm like, oh God, what's he doing? I tell him to stand still mentally.
Okay. Okay. Anyone else do any or saying anything?
The council.
Sorry, say that again, Twitch.
Not to the council.
Okay. All right,
Yeah,
you all.
So-
go ahead and turn to head out of the council building.
as we're walking out, once we're out of ear range of the council, Jin is going to quietly say, you know, if money is great and all, I love money. I am a person that finds money a very dear interest. However, sacrificing a little bit on the front end to get in people's good graces often have benefits later down the line. So maybe we don't just try to piss off everyone hiring us. Just a thought.
Please.
Twitch looks confused at who this is directed to.
Jin would have been looking at Twitch.
If you recall, she offered money first.
Yes, and then you tried to push it when we know they don't have much money right now. And if they are only begrudgingly accepting us in the town and dealing with us for what we do, instead of actively liking us, they will do less things for
Twitch has already
us.
walked away.
You know, maybe someone else should have that ring. Just... and all just
Are
shake
you
their
guys
head.
The way that you are.
Oh, that's a long list.
So where do you all head after leaving the town council?
Jin is
what's
going.
guys? Jin, you said you were going to the blacksmith?
Mm-hmm.
What's everyone else doing?
That's where Twitch is headed to.
Alright.
Dre's is heading to the house of Thalavar.
I'm gonna go home and put my crystal slates up somewhere.
Okay.
Your crystal what?
What the fuck is it called? The thing I learned Death Ward from.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna leave that in my room for safekeeping.
Okay.
Because I don't want someone to, like, take it.
That's fair. Okay.
Are you telling
It'll
this to
look
the party?
nice on a bookshelf.
Alin, are you telling this to the party?
Yeah.
Okay. So what Alin is describing, the crystal book, is not what he's been. How he's describing that is not what he's been reading out of. He's describing it different, definitely different.
Did they not see it the first time when it like transformed in the daylight?
Nope, it was just you. You're actually the only one that's seen it transform. So you just described to them its transformed state as something else that they've never seen.
What are you talking about, Alin?
Never mind.
No,
Book magic's
no,
weird
I'm
sometimes.
confused now. What are you talking about putting away?
This. I'm gonna hold up my book.
Okay. Yeah,
It's date. We're like outside right now, right?
yeah. Alin holds up what looks like a set of engraved amber slates that are bound by a fine silver chain. It looks like stone tablets that have weird symbols on them that you cannot make out.
Oh. And we don't recognize these?
You would recognize this as soon as he pulls it out from what was gathered from the dragon horde.
Was it a book we got it from the Dragon Horde? It only does that in like daylight, and it was night when we got it.
Yeah, it was also only after you did something with it, because I remember you fiddling
I have to
around
hold
with
it
it.
up under daylight.
The first light of dawn.
Anyway,
So-
I'm gonna go put this at home for safekeeping.
Okay.
It would look nice on a shelf. I've already gleaned whatever information I need from it.
Cool.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna go.
Okay, so you head to the house. Let me see, get everything here. So, all right, there we go. Twitch is heading to the chop shop. Jen is heading to the chop shop. Kiva is heading to the chop shop.
Do what?
Kiva, where are you headed?
For now, Kiva will go ahead and go with Jin and Twitch to the blacksmith.
Okay, Dre's and Kelton.
To
Squirt.
There we are.
Limit the party splitting.
Yeah, Squirt. Where are you headed?
Chop shop.
Chop shop. All right.
Nice.
Okay.
How much longer can we play? Because I know a few people have gotta head to work.
Oh, true. I forgot this was
Yeah.
Tuesday. I'm glad you said something. Yeah, that's a good question. This is actually really good. This is a really good stopping point. So how
I'm gonna do some stuff tonight. so
Yeah,
we
are you all? Do we need to pause and pick back up on Thursday?
Yeah.
That would be better for me, yeah.
Okay, that's good. Thank you for bringing that up because I totally thought that today was Saturday for some reason.
Absorbed in what you're doing.
Quite absorbed in what I'm doing.
I don't know if I call that a good sign or an ominous one.
Guess you'll find out Thursday.
I guess so.
Sounds good.
All right. Well, I will bid you all adieu. Have fun at work or sleep or whatever it is you're about to do, and I'll see you guys Thursday.
Okay.
See you Thursday.
All right.
Catch you guys Thursday.
Bye.
Bye.